Hey everyone, I'm Dan in the hot seat today, and we are joined by a repeat guest, Josey, and a new side guest, Vile Scamp or Lauren. We'll figure that out as we go. And today we're going to be talking about a show that's only been funny for 10 years, but it's been on for 30, The Simpsons.
Love me some Matt Groening.
Me too.
Ooh, wiggle in, get comfortable.
Hey, a couch is a couch.
I think whether it was on purpose or not, this show has formed my personality in good ways or bad. But
I
like,
think mostly
yeah.
good. I like Dan. I speak on Orange Joe.
Orange Joe.
Are you wearing a Simpsons shirt by accident or was that on purpose?
Oh, it's on purpose.
Okay.
I'm also wearing my tattoo on purpose.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, oh, I wore mine too. Cute.
Matchies. It works out.
I didn't. I don't have one, but I will.
So for the audience, 2 of the 3 members here are cool and have matching tattoos.
I'm trying.
Are you?
Third sibling. Come on, Maggie.
No, I don't even like Maggie.
Anyway, that's the end of the show today.
That's the end of the show.
She's bottom tier Simpson. Come on.
So before we get
Like
into
last. Dead last.
it, okay. So we're going to talk about the Groening verse, release the Snyder cut, but I think we all need to vote, or else I'm kicking you out of the podcast. What season do you think The Simpsons stopped being The Simpsons?
11? It's like 11 or 12,
Right?
in my opinion. It's whenever Conan left.
Yeah.
When Conan stopped writing, it lost a lot of its appeal.
I'm trying to remember the episode that it like. A lot of people like debate this online when it jumped the shark. I think it's the one where like Seymour isn't Seymour, like he's not the principal. He's like some weird name. He was like in the war, and then the guy that was Seymour came back, and
I
it
don't
was just
think I
like
even know
weird.
this episode.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think that because The Simpsons has existed for so long, it kind of like mirrors the comedy of the time. And so that like super irreverent 90s, late 80s humor is really appealing. But then, you know, we watch in 2020 and they do a gag about COVID. And it's like, ugh.
It is, yeah. It tries, I don't know. I feel like The Simpsons now kind of hit the stride Family Guy tried to in its heyday, and it's just weird. But like, it's still not bad. I feel like we're getting more Lisa-centric episodes, which like,
Slay.
some are fine.
Unslay.
She can only be mad about being a vegetarian for so long, but it's
I mean, she has been like 10 years old for 30 years
it's
now,
true.
so
It's true.
it's got to get a little old. She's not growing at all.
In my family specifically, that running, like, that gag about, like, I'm a 4th gen vegan, like, I don't eat anything that casts a shadow, has been, like, the joke about my not eating meat for
Is that the one from the movie?
Oh, golly, no, I don't
I think
remember.
that's where she's trying to be like friends with beach kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
It's not the Lizard Queen episode, is it? Okay. Also a great one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we could probably go on, and we will go on, just making off the cuff references and quotes. But I don't know. What do you guys like? I personally like. I think my favorite thing about The Simpsons is honestly just the Treehouse of Horror. That's like the first thing I saw with it. I just remember like, God, what was it? It was the episode where Bart has like an evil twin.
Oh,
Was the
yes.
first Treehouse of Horror I saw. And as a kid, like I never actually watched it on TV. I got all of the DVD box sets for like season 3 through 5, watched them on repeat. My brother
really
is
cool.
currently behind the camera nodding in misery because he shared a room with me and he remembers every single night waking up to the Simpsons DVD menu
Dude,
opening.
that is a special kind of hell, though.
Yeah. I remember Scrubs, you just hear do 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 do, and it just woke me up like every
Well,
night.
like, I've never been like a huge fan of Friends, but I heard that intro on the clap,
Get out.
the clap, clap,
beat.
clap like 5 million times, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna end it all if I have to hear this one more time. So, with like half the world being like, that's my favorite show, it just kills me inside.
Yeah.
Yo, bestie, were you allowed to watch Treehouse of Horror?
Yeah.
'Cause
I told you,
Halloween?
Family Guy was the only thing I was, because like Halloween. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, Halloween stuff is fine. I don't know.
What's your
Halloween.
core memory with The Simpsons?
Core memory. I remember we used to watch in my kitchen on like, remember when like they had like kitchen TVs, but it was like a tiny one that would like fit on a counter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had one of those in the dining room, and we'd watch our kitchen dining room, and we'd watch The Simpsons, and because it always came around dinner time, I guess.
What was one before that? It wasn't like Sister. What? So I come home from school.
Yeah.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. What was the other one? It had like Monique in it.
Oh, shit. What is that show called? Moesha.
Was it? Yeah.
I remember watching a lot of Moesha. My sister and I watched a ton of Reba for some reason. I'm
Reba
not willing
slapped.
to expand on that.
It's coming back, and I'm gonna watch it.
Hell yeah.
But I just remember you get home from school like 3:30 to 6 p.m. and then
Yu-Gi-Oh.
you slide in that Simpsons.
That
great.
70s show. I mean, I wish I could like Eternal Sunshine that from my memory now.
Look,
but
just remember that Topher Grace still rules. So
yeah, real. And then there was a time
Agree
where
to disagree.
Futurama came on after The Simpsons,
Yeah.
right?
Before it got canceled for the 5th time. What's the most depressing quote? Like, who
any
said
good
it?
show gets canceled at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Was it David Cohen that was just like, I left a briefcase outside my door because we never knew like if we were going to be on the next day or something like that? It was so friggin' depressing.
Why do
Fuck
they
you,
hate the
Box
greatest
Network.
show
Yeah.
ever made?
It's too good. I think that its viewers weren't smart enough. Like, I always see that picture online. It's like the comparison between like, it's like a Venn diagram. It's like Arrested Development, Futurama, and like Big Bang Theory. It's like Futurama is a dumb show for smart people, like with Arrested Development, and like Big Bang Theory is a smart show for dumb people, kind of thing like that. Gonna get flamed in the comments for all you Big Bang Theory people, but
Oh yeah,
I
come
said
and
what
get
I
it.
said.
Big Bang Theory stands.
Oh god, that show. It's just Friends, but worse.
What is this catchphrase? Bazinga.
Bazongo.
It's
Oh,
just
God.
fake nerd Friends, and it's just terrible. I know this isn't like the shit on Big Bang Theory hour, but I got to get in at least one dig. While
I would
it's here.
watch that
Shit on Big Bang Theory
Yeah,
hour.
every
Just
night.
the roast of the Big Bang
every
Theory.
night from 7 to 8.
It's just watching the show without a laugh track.
How do y'all feel about the Simpsons movie?
It's great.
It was really exciting, like at the time, because it was like, oh, this is my favorite thing, and it's long. But like, there was something weird about it, and I don't know how to explain it. I like my favorite thing about The Simpsons is it's really poor. It's a fly. It's really poor like cell animation, and
Yeah.
seeing it like crisp, I was like, this feels wrong.
Dude, yeah, I didn't like the crispness either.
Yeah.
But the intro being redone by my favorite band, I was a little biased.
But
so.
like, I wanted it to be like Poochie the dog is like he's going to his planet now, and it just like slid up the screen in the animation cell. But I don't know, it was nice. Like the animation, the opening being like chef's kiss.
The show ended and then the movie brought it back.
I don't think Simpsons ever
I
ended.
think there were talks of this show ending with the movie, and then they were like, "Here's 20 more years," and that's where we're at.
Free of charge.
Supposedly another one's coming out.
I don't
Just
think it's
started.
I don't think
Actually,
it's going
a
to
new
end.
season.
Yeah,
As long as Matt Groening feels like doing it, people continue to watch it. People buy the merch.
yeah,
It's not what it used to be, but it still hits every once in a while.
yeah. I think like I don't know. The Simpsons does what it needs to, where like it does add commentary to important things. It's just a shame that the things they're talking about suck.
And I mean, they still have managed to predict the future in even new episodes. Like they're old now because they're predicting the future, but like newer generation of episodes, like last decade or so.
I mean, there's not like a take about The Simpsons that I feel like hasn't already been said, but the constant commentary on like the influx of 80s and 70s shows about family and like canned mother and father and canned grandfather and sibling trope, like they still manage to poke at that in a way that's more relevant with each decade.
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, it's definitely like whether it's by accident or on purpose, like it's always relevant. Like I can't, like I remember like last year, like I think somebody posted like a meme of the month thing, and like of the year, like 6 out of 12 of them were just like Simpson screenshots that people turned to meme, like where Homer had like his fat pulled in the back and his like his front is like super fancy. But I don't know. I think like it's just always kind of going to be there.
Someone was saying that like that stitching stuff that they do is basically truly that, like with some plastic search. So I was like, so the Simpsons meme isn't far off, and no one knew what I was talking about. I was like, that meme was like a year old. Come on, you got to know it.
In fairness, it's probably like a 30-year-old meme. like the screen grab.
Don't do this. You can't do this to us.
Speaking of Matt Groening, that's where you get your nickname, Orange Joe.
Orange Joe. Orange Joe. Fry is the best character to ever be made in animation history, and I will die on this hill.
Wow.
I'll die on that hill with
He
you.
is a sweet bean.
What's your bullet points on that?
You don't need any. He's great.
I believe you. No, I wholeheartedly agree. What's your thesis?
Listen, if there can be a robot that wants to kill all humans except for one, he can't be that bad.
And he literally saves the world, like, numerous times with zero recognition. And he's
a
still
good
cool
guy.
about it.
Yeah.
And he lost, like, billions of dollars, went back to being poor, and was just like, hey, I live my life. I have a good time no matter what I'm in.
I think, I don't know. I love Billy West is the reason behind. And like for anyone listening under a rock or 20 at this point that doesn't know Billy West, I guarantee he is the voice of at least, I'd say no less than 5 of your favorite childhood characters.
Guaranteed.
Like even in Futurama, he's Zat Brannigan, he's Fry, Zoidberg. Like every character with like a unique personality.
And the professor,
is weirdly
right?
enough this guy. And the professor. I will say, like in the recent years, I think he's slowed down a little bit as
His
far as
voice
like his
is-
speech. Because I'll go back from watching early episodes and later ones, and it's so different. But
It's interesting because, like, watching the new season of Futurama, Zoidberg sounds exactly the same
Yep.
to me. But Professor and Fry,
slower.
it's different. Yeah.
Well, not like first season. Good news,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody. It was weird.
I still have, it's on the computer, not on my phone anymore. But the cameo you sent me of Billy West saying happy birthday.
It's so good.
That was super exciting.
He's a sweet guy.
I feel like Futurama starts off stronger because The Simpsons existed. You know, you watch like season 1 and even like some of season 2 of The Simpsons, and the humor is there, but the execution is a little wobbly. But season 1, episode 1 of Futurama is just such a strong start for a series.
Oh, God. Yeah. That episode is one of my favorite episodes. Even like 11 seasons deep, if you count the movies.
I don't know. We were talking about this earlier, but I think like the success of these series are so great because like it doesn't try hard to be a series. It is very much it's a different episode every week, but you see hints of the show throughout, like continuity. Like the little things in Futurama that carry on, like how it's Bender's big score, where Fry does the future dealy thing. Like they retcon everything without like doing anything wild. Like there's just hints, and you go back, and it's like, oh shit, like everything makes sense now. And
Yeah,
I
all
think
of a
that's really
sudden.
good. And like the opening credits, I think are defined just by The Simpsons and Futurama. Like so many shows try so hard to have a good opening, and they're just like, it's a gag every week, and it's a different comment every single week.
Something I think we've lost sight of in the 2010s and 20s is that not everything needs to be like primed for a sequel or a season 2
Or part of a greater
or a
universe.
spin-off or part of a greater Snyderverse of hot garbage.
As a
But-
Marvel fan, it's the one serious bummer about Marvel.
Yeah.
Well, and so many, like it's not even exclusive to movies. A lot of animated series, they're primed to. I suppose they're like selling a run of 6 seasons to whoever they're like piloting this show to.
Yeah, like there were like, 7 different Walking Dead shows before they all ended.
Do people even watch that?
Apparently. I mean, they have 4 spin-offs that are dropping. Well, I think it's 3 spin-offs and the return of the Fear the Walking
Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, I feel the same way about The Walking Dead as I do The Boys. Slow down because it's getting boring, kind of thing like that.
What are y'all's favorite episodes? Like one that really sticks out in your mind and why?
Futurama or Simpsons?
Yes.
Maybe one of each.
I don't know names of the Simpsons episodes, but like I think it's the one where they move to a different town.
Oh, God. You Only Move Twice?
Huh?
With Hank Scorpio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. No, that episode is a masterpiece.
Oh, the hammock store. I want to get that tattooed on my arm. No, another arm. My
Just grow a
back
new
arm.
one.
Yes.
I also love the X-Files episode.
Yes.
Those are probably my 2 favorite episodes of The Simpsons.
The Springfield
Ra-
Files.
Yeah.
No, I almost said
Springfield.
Roswell that ends well. I was like, wait, that's another
Oh,
show.
dude. I need to get you that pin again. Because you lost it at Riot Fest.
Yeah. Orange Joe got me a pin of Mulder's FBI badge, and it flips over to like the sexy smoldering.
Mulder FBI.
What about Futurama? What's your favorite ep?
Well, you guys didn't answer. Favorite
Okay.
episodes of Simpsons.
You go next. Simpsons.
Man,
This
I thought I'd
isn't
have
the
time
me
to
show.
think. I like the Lemon Tree ep, like the Shelbyville one. I also really
Lemon of
like.
Troy?
Yes, thank you.
Yo, is that like the glove slap episode?
No.
No.
No, this is
another
the one
I
where the
love.
lemon tree is in Shelbyville and they steal it back.
Okay.
It might be the same episode, but what's the one with the When Doves Cry bit with Millhouse?
That is the same one.
Is that the same
Yeah, because he
episode?
fights like his Shelbyville alter
Yeah,
ego.
that's right.
This is what it's like when doves cry.
That is one. Gosh, that another episode full of zingers. I also really love the Treehouse of Horror where they move into a haunted house and they're being like absolutely tortured, and Marge just scolds it, and it's like, okay, sorry, incredible,
Moms be like.
truly.
Your favorite episode of your favorite Halloween one is the shinning, though, right?
Yes, yeah, I love the shinning. Like, come on, kids, gather around the TV. yeah. That's
All
great.
work and no play make Homer do something.
What's yours?
Oh,
Jim?
crazy.
What do you got, Orange Joe?
Oh, God. Non-Treehouse of Horror episode. Tie between Homer versus the 18th Amendment, where he fights the beer baron because they decide to ban liquor in Springfield for some dumb reason. And then you stole my other one.
I mean, that's a lot of people's. I found out because, like, as a not like giant Simpsons fan, like more on the Futurama end of Groening, I was like, that was always my favorite episode, and everyone's like, that's the best episode, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is pretty universal. I also really love the Tomako episode, which is
Oh
the
yeah.
glove slap episode because they have to run away and.
What's the episode? Is it like Lisa on Ice? It's whatever episode where like Lisa's like, oh, poor Bart, like always picking rock, and he's like, good old rock, like can't beat it, stuff like that. I don't know, just the stupid like one-liners.
And who
get
could
me
forget
every
Rat
time.
Boy?
I don't know. I have so many core memories of stuff like the Homer pouring cereal into a bowl and it catching fire will forever live rent free in my head. I don't even know what episode it's from. It's just there.
Or him like pouring liquid smoke waffle batter and a stick of butter like into the thing, melting it and then wrapping. Or no, he pours it in and then wraps it around a stick of butter.
Dude, my heartburn increased by you talking about that scene.
I think that's the episode where he skips church. I'm just a warm, toasty cinnamon bun. I
When
never
the
want to leave this
conversation
bed.
of pins. I don't know. Did you get this for me? The Homer where his stomach's eating pizza, and he's just feeding pizza into his stomach while looking in the mirror in the bathroom.
I think that might have been us.
Okay, it's amazing. It's like right upstairs. I love it so much.
Shit, I forgot to bring those stickers. I have a
I want
sticker
the
for you.
audience to know that Josey forgot to bring the stickers.
Yeah,
Boo this man.
deal with it.
But Futurama,
Oh, my
boo.
my favorites are The Luck of the Fryish, If I'm Feeling Sad, and Time
There's
Keeps
so
on
many
Slipping into the
episodes to
Cosmic
pick from
Future
Feeling
if I'm
Sad.
being happy.
This one if
Yeah.
I'm feeling sad, and this one if I'm feeling sad, and this one to make me sad.
Oh, I mean, the one that really makes me the saddest is Game of Tones, but that episode just hurts. Even if they are like retconning his mom into being a better person than she is. It's just that end sequence of the episode where he's like in the dream sequence with his mom, and he's like, well, what does it matter if it's just my dream? And he's like, it's not your dream, it's her dream. And I'm like, getting choked up talking about it. Like, God, it's so good.
Yeah, like effectively, like Fry goes into virtual reality and he watches a football game with his mom, and it's just nice because like his mom was never nice to him, and then he went to the future, and like everything he's known about was like, oh, after I went to the future, no one searched for me and stuff like that, so like no one mattered, and then they're just like, oh no, your family loved you, they just were hoping you were in a better place and stuff like that. So yeah,
It's really
real big
sweet.
tears,
Yeah.
real big tears.
The final episode, no spoiler, but
Which
the final episode
one?
of the new season, the first half, because they did 10 and then they're doing the other 10. Another tearjerker. Man, I was feeling it.
I will say I hate you guys. So Eventually,
expand.
through this show, you will find out that I think Kif is the worst character ever
He is
created
the
in
worst
animation
character
history, and he had a redeeming episode, and it kind of makes me mad.
Dude, you feel it though,
You
right?
were right.
So like, have you finished? Are you?
No.
So there's another episode with him
Do this to me.
where he's basically it's the Zap gets canceled episode.
It took this long.
Yeah, exactly. And it's another episode where like Kif stands up for himself, and I was like, are they trying to? Did they hear? Everyone was like, God, I fucking hate that spineless. Well, literally.
Yeah, spineless sea cucumber.
So they like kind of flipped him around. They gave him a little character, and I was like, I'm cool with it, but like, man, I've hated this dude for 10 seasons of show and movies, and
See, I'm equally as mad because they made me like Amy too, and she's
I've
my
liked-
second like least favorite character.
I've liked Amy on and off throughout the show because like the episode where her and Fry date, where like they go to Pluto or Venus. It's Venus, 'cause Venus is the hottest.
the head episode.
Yeah, that episode's great. That's a great Amy episode.
Picking a like favorite Futurama episode is so hard because I feel like I like different ones for different reasons. Like Luck of the Fryish, the story about his brother, but it also like that heart wrenching story is paired with my favorite bit, which is like him unlocking the safe. It's like after all these years, like thousands of years, I still remember the combination 3. Man,
Is that yours?
I don't know. Gosh, that's a hard one. I don't remember the name. I think it's called The Sting, where
Oh,
they're on
yeah.
some
Sad
sort of
episode.
mission, and yeah, you think that like Fry is stung by this like coma-inducing creature. I got it's a bee, but an alien bee of some kind.
They're just bees. They're just
Yeah.
giant space
They're
bees.
bees.
Yeah,
You try keeping this body after having 50,000 kids. That's all I remember.
Try to shaking my butt for these fat jerks. Not you, just fats over there.
He called our fat queen fat.
yeah. Gosh, there's so many too that have like even beyond like I don't mean to say even beyond my understanding, quite beyond my understanding, like scientific jokes. And I'm like, I get that this is supposed to be funny, but I'm not the like target audience for this like weird random coding gag.
I'm thinking about this because I like literally just watched it, but the episode where Zap crashes them on the Amazon planet and they're making fun of them playing basketball because it's like women's basketball, and he's like, did you explain to him the importance of fundamentals? And I was like, I love this though because they're giant Amazonian women. They can literally just drop the ball in the thing, so like every single shot is a dunk.
That's another great one. I feel like I say that like with any Matt Groening project. I'm like, oh yeah, that's another great thing he's made.
Okay, I think an easier question. What's your least favorite episode of Futurama?
I have to go to my first, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The honkening is the superior episode.
That's a great episode. I do love the
Because, like,
honkening.
I want to say, like, Roswell That Ends Well, but, like, that should just be everyone's favorite episode.
That's one of the funniest episodes
it is
easily.
just good.
Yeah, if you're just trying to laugh, Roswell That Ends Well. Like, what is it? Deviled egg? The
Same deviled egg.
I say that every single time I eat deviled eggs for like 20 years now. So
Least favorite. That's a harder question.
not for me, it's not.
Oh, wait, no.
I think you have the same least favorite one, or at least possibly. Mine's Calculon 2.0, and we're not including the movies here,
Okay.
just
Oh,
episodes.
well, damn.
Yeah, no Wild Green Yonder.
My hot take is that that's the D&D one, right?
Yeah.
I like that movie.
The Beast with a Billion Backs is the one that I think nobody
That's the
likes.
worst movie.
Okay. I always mix that one up with the Wild Green Yonder.
Yeah, Wild Green Yonder's fine. It's not my favorite. Like, Bender's Big Score is the good movie. And Beast with a Billion Backs is the movie that, like, no one likes. I've only watched it one time, like, the first time I saw it.
Poser.
I've sat through everything else, like, 50 times, but that one's just too hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have,
just
like,
okay.
any because there are aspects of every episode that I like. I think my least favorite episodes are the one with Fry's ex-girlfriend, though. I despise her. And Hermes-centric episodes, just because, like, Hermes is a fine character in a group, and the only Hermes-centric episode I like is the one that's made me cry the most.
Baby Bender.
Yeah, Baby Bender. Oh, my God.
Yes. Such a good episode.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Fry's ex-girlfriend. You heard it here first. Fuck Laura Silverman.
Fuck her. Is
The
it
only
really
Is
her?
it Sarah or Laura? It's one of them.
It's
I'm pretty sure it's Sarah.
Oh, well, then I rescind that.
she's fine.
I
We find Sarah Silverman in this house.
I have to disagree on the episodes with his girlfriend for one episode alone. And it's when they go to the future, they think they go to the year 4000, and only because Pauly Shore is in that episode multiple
That's fair.
times. And I love.
So we're
Shore.
going through a list, and I remember my least favorite episode, the Kubert episode. His
God.
first episode is garbage.
You're right. Kubert is also
Yeah.
garbage.
He's garbage.
He
I
is
don't
the
wanna
worst
punch
character,
a
actually.
child quite like.
Yeah.
I actually do hate him more than Kiff.
Yeah, because it's just like,
And he never gets better.
well, he was made to be annoying, and Futurama and The Simpsons, they do annoying characters very well. Like,
Yeah.
they get on your nerves. So I think that is what it is.
remember me.
I think we can all agree that, we could go on for hours and hours talking about Futurama, Matt Groening, anything associated, Disenchantment.
Yeah.
Fine.
We didn't talk about Disenchantment even slightly, though.
But no, this is fun. Let us know in the comments what your favorite episode of this is. And thanks for joining us. We'll probably be back talking about more of this. And thanks to Josey and Valscamp. And follow up next week.
So long.